Well, hello everyone, and welcome to what is always my favorite day of the week. It's Transformation Tuesday, where we get to talk to our amazing reset clients and hear all about their amazing transformation, where we truly are real people with real results, eating the real beautiful food that heals our bodies. And today we have an amazing rock star, Jessica Kays, is with us. So welcome, Jessica. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Doing
Uh,
great.
I am so excited to learn more about your transformation. So like we see these pictures, we're walking the journey with you, but I love taking this time to just really like walk through the experience for people and share these amazing results. And so we're not going to share the pictures just yet, but I want to set it up. So like where were you prior to 4 months ago when you started the reset? Like talk to us about your reasons for joining and how you even found out about it in the first place.
Okay. So I have a friend and a coworker who was in the reset program, and she it was over a year ago, and she had gone through the transformation, and I had seen it, and I had seen her things on Facebook, um and I finally reached out to her in April. It took almost a year, and I reached out to her first and said, "Hey, Miranda is has a special going on, and should I join? Is it worth it?" You know, asked her all the questions,
Yeah.
everything, and of course, she's telling me yes, 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 do it, do it, do it, do it. Um, Before that, I have been in a lot of weight loss programs. I've spent a lot of money, and I saw results for a little while, and then just kind of went back to the way that I was.
Hmm.
So I've struggled with my weight for a long time, probably 10 years, I guess, and my mental health.
Yeah.
And it was just time for me to make a change. And so you ran that special in April,
Hmm.
and I joined, and I did 8 weeks of that and lost 28 pounds and
Amazing.
26 inches for my body in 8 weeks, which was like, I mean, I saw results immediately. I think I lost like 5 pounds in the first 2 days or something. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm
Yep.
losing weight, you know? Um, and then went into the lifestyle phase and lost even more. And so not just maintaining, but still losing weight and
Yeah.
losing inches off my body. And I'm 5 pounds from my my goal weight. So
In
I'm,
4 months.
yeah, in 4 months. So, and
That's so
I,
amazing.
and I, it was, I just was so scared about jumping into it because I know myself and I know that like I'll do something for a while and then I'll quit.
Yeah.
And I was really afraid that that was going to happen, but it didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm here. This is where I am now. And this is where I plan to stay. So,
Absolutely. I would love to. I'm going to throw the pictures up here in a second, but I would love for you to speak to this because I would say probably, safe to say, 99.9% of people that come to the reset are just like you, just like me, where we have tried so many things before. And so we're scared that it's not going to work again. And I'm so passionate about that because we tend to think that it's because like that we are the problem, that we can't get it right when really I truly believe it is the other plans that fail because our biochemistry, we're not really identifying the root cause. We're not attacking the emotional eating side of things. We're not looking at blood sugar and all of that stuff. And so I would love for you to speak to how this is different and how you know that you're not going back to where you came from after 4 months of this, with losing phase where you lost 28 pounds and now you're into lifestyle where we teach you how to do this forever. So I would just love for you to share the differences, for all of those people out there like us who have tried those things and are scared to jump in for the same reason that you just shared.
yeah. So the biggest thing, the biggest difference is the support. I mean, that is the biggest difference. So the weekly support meetings, which we can watch recorded if we can't be there because of work,
Yes.
and then the Facebook page, like just the sharing in the Facebook page. I always feel very like I don't I feel like I can be vulnerable in
Yeah.
there, like because other people are going through it too, and And so that's been the biggest thing, was the support that I received during this program.
Yes. And because there's one way, like there's obviously this is going to be a blanket statement, but the way to do this is we have to learn how to get back to eating real food. If that is not the component of what we are doing 90 to 95% of the time, then we are not fueling our bodies for health. And so why you've experienced these amazing results, I'm gonna throw the pictures up here in a second, and why you continue to, as you even added in more food and learning all of these things in the lifestyle program, our sustainability program, which is 1 year, is that your body is healing because it's getting what it needs. So I would love for you to talk to people as I throw those pictures up here, like how it was for you to implement it. How was it for you to actually do this day by day? Because 4 months in, you're going to see, everybody, as I get these pictures up here, that this is an absolute amazing transformation that she's had.
And now you're going to make me cry. So, so I I did this so weekly. I weighed myself weekly. I measured myself weekly, and then I took picture. My husband took the pictures actually weekly. So I had the same pictures every week until this last week that I just sent you. So, and it has, when I see these pictures, like, I mean, I look like a different person. I don't even, I feel like I look younger. I feel younger. My mental health has improved so much during, through this process. I felt so terrible about myself and what I look like and my weight, and I struggled with it for so long. And now I see how beautiful I am. I guess I can say
Yes.
that. Like,
Yes.
I don't know, like, if I'm supposed to say that, but
Of
I don't
course you
know.
are. You're absolutely beautiful. And when you feel
So,
beautiful and you can say that about that's everything. That is literally everything. Of course you can say it. And we were actually, as we were getting ready to, work through the tech of making this thing happen so everybody can share your story, it's like, realizing that you're proud of the health that you've created, you're proud of these choices, that the fact that you see yourself beautiful in the mirror instead of avoiding it or feeling comfortable in your skin, like that's everything, Jessica. You get to be proud of that. And yeah, just share more about like what it has been to like go through this. Not only, you said your mental health. So what were you struggling with maybe prior, so that you can share maybe the contrast from before to now?
sure. I just was very depressed about my weight, and that not being able to lose it and not looking the same as I did, not looking the way that I wanted to look. And so I, my mental health was bad, and I also was like, I felt like I was pushing that off on my children, because um, I have girls. I have girls they're in their 20s, both of them. And I always, I asked them, I said, did I ever make you feel weird about your body or bad about your body? Because someone did that to me.
Mm,
And I wanted to make sure that I never did that to them. And they said, no, you never like, but I felt like I did it through myself, because I was never happy with my body. And so, um, I just feel better about it. I mean, my headspace is different.
hmm.
And not only that, like, not only with my headspace, but my skin is different. And
Yeah.
I feel better. I had knee problems. I had a problem with my knee, and it would crack all the time and make these weird noises, especially when I went up and down the stairs, which doesn't happen anymore.
Amazing.
Um, I'm more flexible. I feel like I can exercise. Like, I have a lot of energy. Um, so all that helped with my mental health too,
For
helped
sure.
my mood. My mood's better. I sleep better. Um, all these things have to
Yeah.
do with your mental health. So,
Yeah.
and I never, I don't know that I really connected the fact that my mental health and my weight, like, were, or what I was eating, because obviously I was putting terrible things into my body,
Yeah.
like, that I didn't know that was connected. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a very real thing. I think that I think one of the things people always ask me, like, what are the common misconceptions about what's going on is, and I think that people think they know what to do. I think we think we know what to do. Oh, I could just eat better, and if I exercise a little bit more. But in reality, I think we're so far away from eating real food that when we can do all of the right things at once, which is what the losing phase is, which is what you did, you shared 28 pounds in that first 8 weeks, you have to be able to feel all of the things that you're feeling. So when you put like the right fuel in your body of real food, the body knows what to do with that. If it's not real food, it's a barrier to health. It's creating a symptom. So weight, and I don't think people look at weight as a symptom. And we need to start looking at it as a symptom because your body, just like if you have a headache or if you have gut issues or you have that chronic pain or like brain fog, that mental health, that is because there is something literally standing in the way between the body processes in order for it to not feel that way. Something is out of alignment. And so why people like Jessica is sharing that not only did they lose weight in inches and you're seeing like the inflammation, I love seeing this just like leave. That's why people, lose those toxins so quickly is when your body, it's literally like taking a drink for the first time of nutrition and your body now has the fuel what it needs to be able to create your hormones, to be able to create energy, to actually literally create new cells. This is why you feel good. You begin to sleep better, you begin to think clearer, and of course that's going to have a play on your mental health because when you actually things happen with ease versus you can literally feel your body working against resistance all the time. But if you always feel that way, would you agree, Jessica, that maybe you didn't know how good you could feel until you felt good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a hard thing to explain until you get there. And so when I share people, I'm like, you just have to understand, like, I know you want to feel the way Jessica feels, but until you feel it, that becomes the motivator for keeping this. So talk to us about that with this 4 months in, 38 pounds, 44 inches, a complete transformation. Like when you said you had 20-year-old daughters, I was like, what? You look like you're 29 years old. There's no
Yeah.
way that that's possible. We know aging in reverse. Our skin is clearer. Our blood is cleaner. That's why our skin is cleaner. So like we're literally cleaning everything up. But talk to us about what this feels like doing this as a lifestyle and and what that feels like in comparison maybe to the things that you've tried before.
Well, I just know that like I I'll never put gluten in my body again, only because it makes me feel bad, and I didn't know that it made me feel bad
Yeah.
until the program. Um, and I had shared one time about eating that one meatball at a party, and this was in when I was in the first phase, for the first 8 weeks, and I ate one meatball, and you were like, "Yeah, that has gluten in it. That's why it made you feel so bad. Like it gave me a
Hmm.
terrible headache." And I don't ever, and that's the thing about the food is that I don't ever want to feel like that again, like with
Yes.
this with sugar and the gluten. And just like the donuts and I mean all that stuff, I know how that's going to make me feel if I eat that, so I don't want to eat it anymore,
Yeah.
like it's like I don't even, it grosses me out to even think about putting that in my body, like
Yeah.
I don't want it.
So
um
on that, I would love for you to speak to that because another thing that people are afraid of is they're afraid to give up things or they will feel restricted. And so what you're explaining is that shift where you learn to actually not want it after you can feel how much it affects you. You couldn't feel that before. So I would love for you to walk people through that transition. Like, were you scared to give up some things? And I don't even like to say give up. Put real food in your body instead of not real food in your body, right? Like that's what it is. Talk to us about that.
yes. So I had shared a story with you about going to a music festival, and there was it was when I had first started the losing phase, and I had to cut out alcohol, and that thought I tell you, I thought that was going to be like the worst thing ever, like to cut out alcohol, especially when I'm going to a music festival or I'm going to,
Right.
be social. And I told you that I made a drink while I was there, and then I drank a couple sips of it, and I was like, what am I doing? Like I've worked so hard. It had been like 6 weeks in. I had worked so hard, already lost some weight, and like I threw it out. I threw it out and I took the
Mhm.
bottle of vodka I had and I gave it to somebody in the campground so that I
Mhm.
wouldn't have it the rest of the time. But like
Amazing.
just knowing that it was easier to give things up, knowing that it was going to make me feel better, and that there are a lot of things I can have,
Yes.
like just because I'm giving those things up doesn't mean there are other things I can't that I can't have.
Yes.
Especially things in moderation
Yeah.
too. But the sweets, um, I mean, I gave that up, which was hard, but like after I did, like when I ate fruit, like the fruit tasted so good. Like it starts to, the food that you're eating, because it's so good for you, starts to taste better, I guess. I don't
Yes.
I don't know how to put that, but
Yeah, your taste buds
um
change. They
yeah,
literally change. They're
they
new.
really do. And I
Yeah.
and I don't want to put that stuff in my body.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I don't want those sweets. I
Yeah.
don't crave them anymore. It's really
Mhm.
weird. It's
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
because that I never thought I would be gluten free. I never thought I
Yeah.
would never eat bread again, because I did miss bread for
Yeah.
sure. I
And
mean,
that's
bread.
everybody's. I mean, I was addicted to it, and most people are, and they don't realize it. And so, just to even kind of clarify and teach people about what the program is, the only hard line we have in the program is we help people go gluten free, and that's because of its addictive nature. It's because it's super high glycemic. It's linked to every autoimmune condition, and like I have never seen anybody benefit from eating it. And with all of the gut health testing and things that I've done, every person that I actually ran the tests on, which costs, several $100s, they all came back severely intolerant. So I've seen such a benefit from people doing that it really makes makes sense to do that. And when people add it back in, it's the culprit for the struggle, the addiction, that I can't cut it, falling backwards, and things like that every single time. Okay. And so to even share what a little bit, like Jessica's a couple months into the lifestyle program, and we reintroduce everything. And so what you're sharing is like, I just don't want it the same way that I did before. And that's how you win this. When you truly don't desire those things before. The way I try to explain it, Jessica, maybe you have a way to say it, is like a chocolate chip cookie will always sound good. But when I go have a gluten-free chocolate chip cookie, guess what happens? I want 10, and then I don't feel good, and then I'm hungry again, and then I feel out of control again, and then I feel foggy and grouchy and mean and out of, like, it really affects my mental health for sure. And like, I just don't like that out of control feeling when I'm perfectly fine without it, can have the fruit, but I do have the ability, I have the freedom to have it. If I want a margarita, I can have it. I just have to learn what it does to my body so that I can be in control all of the time and have my health and whatever I want to. And it is possible. It is possible. So I don't want people to hear that like I'm giving up everything forever. No. I mean, I make gluten-free cookies and we do gluten-free donuts and we have gluten-free pizza. We don't do it all the time because that's not nutrition. Okay. That's things that we've learned to love before, and pizza doesn't grow on cheese, and neither do donuts or cupcakes or anything else. Right. So I just want to explain that because it is really powerful. When you don't feel restricted, you love the way that you're eating and you're eating a lot of beautiful food. And that's what's creating these amazing transformations, like effortlessly. Your body just does it. So, and I know that you have taken this time out of work today to share your amazing transformation with people. And I know you're blessing so many people with it. But if you had one thing to share with them about the program and about the way that what is possible, because I know you've seen other people's transformations, which are equally amazing, of people coming through the program. What would you like to share with them or say about the program that people might not be able to understand from the outside?
So the first thing I want to say is that if you're thinking about it, just do it. Just jump in and do it, because I felt so scared that I wouldn't stick with it, but I did stick with it. And I think the reason is because this program really works, and that's why I stuck with it. So if you're thinking about it, like just do it. Just jump into it. You will see results from this. You will. I promise. Like
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
promise that. Like you will see results if you do what you're supposed to do and you follow it. You will see results.
That's my promise too. There's actually a results guarantee because it's always worked. And when you understand the simplicity of this, and we'll teach you how and why it works. There's no way it won't work. Real food works. So when we remove the things that don't work, it works. And so, we're ready for people. If you're ready to do this and you're ready to learn how to do this forever, like I like to say, there's a lot of shortcuts that people are taking right now. That is a long way around. A lot of talk about the shots and Ozempic and pills and surgeries and all that stuff. That's it seems like the shortcut. There is no shortcut. There's one way to fuel our body. And so what Jessica's story is, what our story is to show you what is possible and to show you that this is the way to do it. And when you learn how to do this, and you can go to music festivals, you can go out to eat, and you can have holidays, and you can have all of these things and feel super proud of yourself, feel beautiful in your own skin, like you're absolutely glowing, Jessica. That's what this is all about, which is why we do this. We really want to let people know what's possible and what is truly days away. Because when you start, you start to feel it in days, like you shared. So, Jessica, I just want to thank you so much for being brave and courageous to do this. As you shared, you're like, this is a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Would you like to share with people, as we're going here, why you decided to do that when we asked you to?
Yeah, sure. So I was sharing with Miranda that I am an introvert, and this was very scary for me to come out. But the reason that I did it is because um, I want to help other people. I want other people to know about this. I want to help people um, in this program because it really has changed me. It has changed me, and I wanted to share that with everybody. So
It's an absolute blessing. That's who we are. It's what we stand for. Is we want to pay it forward. We want people to know, like, that's my story. Like, I never thought I was going to be able to figure this out. Nearly died chasing weight loss results and helping people know better and they can do better. And we have a simple way to help you get what you deserve to get out of your life. And I know your children are loving to see you glow, and you probably all look like sisters in pictures together, I'm sure, because you look like you're in your 20s standing there. So I just want to thank you again. And if you're watching Jessica's story or she's sharing this with you, please thank her for that. Give her some love in the chat if you're watching this here on Facebook, and celebrate these amazing results. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to Jessica and ask her about her transformation. You can always schedule a call with me, and that's how it started. Start on a phone call. You can go to resetwithmiranda.com, and there's a little button that says apply now. You fill out, tell me a little bit about your health journey, and you schedule a call with me. We talk for free so that we can share with you how this works, why it's a little bit different, a little bit more than what we did today. And we can dive into your specific issues so that you know what this is and what to expect. We're not hiding anything. We do know that it works, and we want you to have the results that you deserve. So thank you again, Jessica. Thank you to everybody that is watching today for taking the time to listen to her story. Share her story, because there's somebody that you love and care about. If it's not you that needs these results, or needs this relief or this information, that you truly can bless people just by sharing people's stories, because stories change lives. So thank you so much again, Jessica. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing day, and we will see you soon.